All righty, I want to welcome you guys to the Wednesday night overview. I'm excited that you guys are here. We have an incredible overview for you tonight. For those of you that I have not previously met, my name is Todd. I'm broadcasting from Las Vegas, Nevada. My wife and I, we actually have a home in California, and now we live in Las Vegas, Nevada. And for us, this has just been one of those unbelievable, breathtaking, pinch ourselves kind of experiences that we got involved with this company back in 2013. So we've been here 12 years. And we got started because we had a daughter that played college softball. And I mean, she had this incredible career. In fact, you might see the softball over my shoulder right here. She set the home run record at her college. And obviously, she was having such a productive career. You didn't want to miss a single game, you didn't want to miss a single home run. And so we were traveling the country to catch all her collegiate games. So we were living in hotels, we were living in rental cars. As you can imagine, this is getting expensive. And so we were receptive to the idea of saving money on travel. Well, I happen to live in the same town as the corporate offices of the company you're here to hear about tonight. I've known the owner of this company since 1998. I mean, I've known this guy, for 27 years. In fact, everybody in our town knows who Mr. David Hart is. He's one of the most successful entrepreneurs in our community. And he's one of those guys, everything he touches turns to gold, just makes you sick. But anyway, he's like, hey, Todd, you got to try my new travel product. You can book travel without all of that artificial markup from all those other guys. And I'm going to go through that tonight. You're going to find out there's huge markup in travel. But when you get rid of that artificial markup, you can book travel for 40, 50, 60, 70% less. And I'm like, Dave, I'll try anything. And so we signed up for the program. We tried it. Next thing you know, we're booking hotels 50% off, sometimes 70% off, sometimes only 30. But we were saving a bloody fortune. Well, as some of the other parents, on the team and other sports parents that we talked to, found out about the rates we were paying versus the rates they were paying. They were like, wait a minute, how'd you get that rate? I'm like, it's this travel thing we joined. They're like, what travel thing and how do we join? And so, I mean, literally people were asking us to join. We just demonstrated and showed that we were in fact booking stuff for half the price. Next thing you know, it gets spread from one person to the next. You're going to learn in this presentation tonight, the number one thing shared on social media is travel. Nobody goes on vacation without doing a photo dump. And with us, they weren't just bragging about where they went, they were bragging about how much they paid, which caused all their friends and family to say, wait a minute, you went where for what price? How did you get that rate? And so, guys, it just continued to spread. And, what began as a way to save money on travel turned into a 7-figure business. In fact, we got to the place that we were earning 10 times as much from the travel company, Travorium, the one you're here about tonight. We were earning 10 times as much as what my wife was making at the Kohl's department store. She was a manager there for 20 years. And we were making 10 times as much from this. So she quit her job. Today, all we do is we travel, vacation, have fun. And it seems like the more fun we have, the more money we make. And so I'm going to get into the details tonight of who we are, where we're going, why we're exploding, how our story can become your story. Because, guys, the best part of the whole program is that our story is not unique. I mean, throughout the entire company, we had a gentleman just the other day. He's from Congo, Africa. He lives here in the United States, but he's from Congo. And he's only been with the company now 4 months. So here's Alex. So you guys can see a picture of Alex right there. So if you guys are looking instead of me, there's Alex, right? It's 4 pictures, but it's the same guy. Okay. But that's Alex. Him and his wife only been here 4 months, getting ready to go in their 5th month. And yet he became an ambassador. She's a 4-star, about to go ambassador. They built a $20,000 per month income in 4 or 5 months. Hey, guys, I mean, that's record setting. That's not the typical result, but we're beginning to have more and more people who are putting up those kinds of numbers. There are things happening with this company. We are doubling in size every 8 months. We had over 8,000 customers last month alone joined the company. We are 3 times bigger today than we were 1 year ago. We are getting ready to open up a whole bunch of new countries, Slovakia, Greece, Turkey. They just opened up, I think it was Croatia or something like that. I mean, every time we turn around, there's another brand new country. We're opening up Mongolia at the end of March, beginning of April. And so, again, huge things happening. So, let me get into the details. Again, we are doing things in travel that have simply never, ever been done before. I believe that documentation beats conversation. And part of what I offer for that as proof is some of the numbers I just shared with you, doubling in size every 8 months. I mean, 8,000 customers last month. The company just began its 13th year this month. Customer service in multiple languages, opening up new countries, over 60 countries, multiple countries opening up this year. I mean, by the end of the year, we'll be in over 70 something countries. We have corporate offices in Temecula, California, but we have an office in Madrid, Spain, and an office in Central Asia. So we have offices on 3 different continents. Our CEO and founder was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, Inc. magazine. And so, I mean, that's not me saying that. That's Inc. magazine who says he was a finalist. He didn't win. He was the runner-up, but he was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year. I mean, obviously someone who's incredible at business, very successful. As I mentioned, everything he touches turns to gold. And he decided to go into the largest industry in the world, that being the travel industry. And guys, I can't even begin to describe how big travel is. Now, many of you might be familiar with the gas and oil industry. In fact, when you look at the gas and oil industry, they pump out about 94 million barrels of oil a day. They generate 13 billion in revenue every day, gas and oil. They do 4.7 trillion a year. Gas and oil is huge. We all know how much money there is in gas and oil, but yet the travel industry is twice the size as the gas and oil industry, and it's growing at a phenomenal rate. In fact, in the next 8 years alone, travel is going to grow by more than 5 trillion. We're going to grow by more than the entire gas and oil industry in just 8 years alone. It is absolutely booming. But why? Because it's the one thing everybody wants to do. You guys can do your own market research. Just go ask 20 friends or 20 people you bump into. They could be at the office, people you bump into. Just ask the question, do you like to travel? And you're going to find out that half of them are going to reply, nah, we don't like to travel. We love to travel. We live to travel. If you ask people about their bucket list, tell me about the things you want to do before you die. 3 very important words. Before you die, what are the things you want to do in life? And people start, well, man, I want to go here, I want to go there. They start giving you all these travel destinations. And so you realize this is the stuff of dreams, the stuff of passion. And you say, well, if these are your dreams, why don't you go? And the answer is always the same. Well, I can't afford it. Well, what if I could show you how to afford it right now? What if I could show you how you could go on that trip for 40, 50, 60, 70% less right now? And yet I'm also going to show you very quickly, very easily, how you can earn that trip and go for completely free. Free, go for nothing, nada, goose egg, zilch, cero dinero. It translates in every language. And if it's, there's this old mantra around the world, not just the United States, if it's for free, it's for me. Okay. And so we're going to show people how to do that. So let's get into this. So number 1, we show people how they can book it better than travel agent rates on resorts, hotels, cruises, car rentals, parks, shopping, dining, tours, activities, entertainment, show tickets, concert tickets, NFL tickets, amusement parks, Six Flags, Disney, museums. I mean, this kind of stuff. And you're going to learn that most people are going to save more money just in miscellaneous savings, just in this weird stuff, right? Oh, I saved some money in a hotel. Oh, I saved some money in a rental car. Oh, I saved a fortune on a cruise. Oh, that's right. I bought some Beyonce tickets, NFL tickets. Oh, we went to the tours, the parks, just in the miscellaneous savings. Most of you are going to save a couple $1,000s, more than the cost of our membership, more than the cost of our biggest membership. And understand that our biggest membership is going to give you 2 vacations per year. You guys can take one of those vacations to the Maldives, where you get one of those private bungalows above the water You got the glass bottom floor. You can see the fishies beneath your feet. You're in a 5-star resort. You can jump off your own back deck straight into the ocean. All the food included, the air transportation to the private island, not from where you live, but from the Maldives. When you get to the Maldives, then they will fly you over to the private island where the resort is. That's included. Your spouse, 2 kids, you could do all of that. And what if you could go for, instead of the normal price tag of, $7,000 to $10,000, what if you could go for a couple $1,000? And better yet, you could actually go for free because you can earn the trip through our program for nothing, right? So guys, these are the kinds of things I'm describing, but you're going to save enough money just in the miscellaneous stuff that I'm not even paying for the membership because I save more money than the membership cost. And yet the membership gives me 2 vacations a year. I get to go on a 4 and 5-star vacation every 6 to 7 months on average. And so when you're like, but I didn't pay for the membership because I saved more than I spent, but yet I still had the 2 vacations for virtually nothing. That's just one of the ways you're going to win big in our program. But understand, when I talk about saving money, we have 110% price match guarantee, meaning if you find a price on any public site lower than ours, number one, ain't going to happen. But if you do, congratulations, we will not only match that price, we will refund you 10% of the difference. So you are guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed, you're going to save money every time you're booking travel with our company. Now, from there, when you get involved in our company, as I mentioned a moment ago, most people buy our platinum membership. That's going to give you a dream vacation, 4 and 5-star vacation every 6 to 7 months, 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months. We give you travel points every month. You can use those travel points instantaneously. There's never any delay. You, by the way, are going to have the ability to earn free travel. I'll get into that detail in a moment. And if you so choose, you can come on board with our company. You can turn passion into profit, and you can actually begin to share with others how they can make their dreams in travel come true. And as it spreads, you're going to begin to earn an incredible residual income that can eventually do for you what it did for my wife and I, where we were 2 everyday people living paycheck to paycheck. She's a manager at the Kohl's department store. And next thing you know, we're making 10 times as much here as she is at Kohl's. And we buy a second home and we're traveling the world and having fun. I want that to be that story to be there for you, every single one of you. Now, when it comes to the travel, I want to get into the documentation side of our business. Documentation beats conversation. And as you look at the screen here, this is a hotel down in Miami Beach. This is the exact same hotel, the exact same room, the exact same date, the exact same everything. These are screenshots. That's a screenshot from Expedia. That's a screenshot from us. So this is identical. This is exactly what everybody's charging. And you can see that on this hotel, that's the same. Everything's the same. Expedia is charging $4,400. We're charging $2,300. Now, usually the first question that comes up is like, wait a minute, how did you guys get a better rate than Expedia? And the answer, guys, is that we don't have a better rate than Expedia. We have a different business model. Expedia has access to the same rate we do. $2,300 is the rate, but Expedia chose to spend tens of millions of dollars on television commercials. They hire people like Captain Kirk to be the Priceline negotiator. Okay, that guy ain't cheap. And then they take the price of $2,300, they mark it up $2,100, and they want to sell it to you. The $2,100 is how they make their money. And if you were to go Google the top internet companies in the world, you're going to see Amazon, Google, Facebook, Alibaba, eBay, Netflix, right? No big surprises. And on that list of the top internet companies in the world, here's Booking.com and Expedia. Now, remember, they don't own anything travel related. I mean, they don't have a hotel. They don't have a car rental agency or cruise ship. How are they making billions and billions and billions, just like Amazon, Google, and Facebook? Because they are jacking the price up. Then they went out and bought up every travel site you can think of. So you think you're price shopping because you went to Expedia, you went to Orbitz, you went to Travelocity, you went to Kayak, you went to hotels.com, you went to Cheap Tickets, you went to all these different travel sites, not knowing that every single one of them are owned by the same 2 companies. So you're going site to site, but it's, they're all a little bit different price, but about the same. They do that to make you think you're price shopping, but you're not. And they're making a fortune every time you book. We're bringing a different model. We allow you to book at what's called the travel agent rate. So you can book for 2,300 instead of 4,400. Now, if you're somebody that has no desire to travel ever, you don't want to travel, you don't travel, you don't want to make money, well, you're probably better off at Expedia. But if you're somebody who travels even a little bit, we can document we are going to save you an absolute fortune doing it our way as opposed to doing it the way that is currently being done by all the big time booking engines. Now, we have something brand new. So this booking here, this is the exact same booking, the exact same example I gave you a moment ago. But we have something brand new where you can now hand out our travel site completely for free. Cost nothing. You can give it to your friends, give it to your family, free. And when they sign up for the travel site, they can only save half as much as you and me. So they can't save $2,000 on that booking. They can only save $1,000, but they got the site completely for free. Well, for every dollar they save, you're going to get $1 in free travel. So in this case, they saved $1,068. Well, that means that you now have $1,068 in free airfare. You have $1,068 in free hotel, $1,068 in free rental car, $1,068 in free excursions or activities or Six Flags, or you know what? Just send me $1,068 on an Amazon gift card and I'll figure out what to do from there. But for every dollar they save, you're going to make $1. So in this case, you gave it to a friend. Their friend got it completely for free. Your friend said, man, compared to Expedia, you just saved me $1,000. Your friends are loving you, right? Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, you just got $1,000 in free travel. Well, imagine that you gave this out to 10, 20, 30, 50 friends. I mean, guys, you could go out and make, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 just handing out free travel sites. Let me give you one more example. Here's a place in San Diego. Again, this is a screenshot. This is what Expedia is charging. That's an exact screenshot. This is what we're charging. That's an exact screenshot. Same hotel, same room, same date, same everything. You can see that Expedia is $5,000. We're $1,923. How did you guys get a better rate than Expedia? We don't have a better rate than Expedia. $1,923 is the rate. Expedia chose to make $3,000 on your booking. And I hope at some level that ticks you off, because a lot of moms and dads save up money all year long, dreaming of taking their kids on an amazing vacation. And they can't. Why? Because you got some internet site artificially jacking the price up, making it untenable for too many people. All that ends today. So we bring a brand new rate, a brand new model. You can book for $1,923. You just save $3,000. Well, remember, you can hand out our travel site for free. You give it to anybody and everybody. Your friends can't save $3,000 like you and I can. They can only save half as much. So you hand out the free travel site. They say, oh my gosh, you're going to save me $1,500. Well, by the way, hello. If you would upgrade, you could save twice as much. You'd save $3,000. But let's assume, I don't want to upgrade. I just want to stay free. So they save $1,500. Well, for every dollar they save, you make $1. So if they save $1,500, you just made $1,500 in free travel, free airfare, free rental car, free hotel, free Amazon. You just made $1,500. I handed out a free travel site and I made $1,500. Well, guys, go give that again to 10 friends, 50 friends, 100 friends. And next thing you know, you're making, thousands and thousands of dollars in free travel. So we showed you how to travel for less. And now I just showed you how you can travel for free, but we're not done. We also have cruises, by the way, 44 different cruise lines. Here's an example on the cruises. You can see their price, $6,400, our price, $5,000. The customer just saved $1,400 plus insurance for 2 people. Now, as good as all of this is not what made us big. What made us big is what I'm about to show you next. It's our vacation program, or we call it our Dreamcation program, our Dreamcation platform. And this is where we can show anybody, anywhere, any budget, how they can go on a dream vacation every single year. Now, again, I'm going to show this to you from our platinum perspective. It's our #1 seller. You're going to be going on a dream vacation every 6 to 7 months. You're going on 2 every 12 to 14 months. Now, we have 2 different kinds of trips. we have our getaways and we have our world tours. Okay. Now, the getaways, these are 7 nights, 8 days. These are where you can go get a 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom, full kitchen, living room, dining room, flat screen TV, fireplace, have a jacuzzi tub in the master suite. These types of places. Maybe you want a 2 bedroom, you want a 1 bedroom, you just want a studio. But we happen to have 360,000 weeks. Now, people ask the question, is this a timeshare? Guys, for your notes, hell to the no. Okay. Hashtag don't ever, 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 ever buy a timeshare. Ever. This has nothing to do with timeshare. Well, are there any contracts? No. You can try this, don't like it. You can quit anytime you want, cancel anytime you want. No questions asked, no penalties, none of that. Well, is it hard to get a room? No. Are there any blackout dates? No. Is there a lack of inventory? No. Do I have to become a travel agent? No. Do I have to go to a presentation? No. What about this? No. What about that? No. Let me say it in Japanese. No. The entire program is based on a want to, not a have to. And guys, understand that when you have something really good, you don't need a contract. If somebody wants a contract, there's probably a reason. They're trying to hook you in. And when you figure out, oh my gosh, it isn't what I thought, I can't get out. With us, you can come and go anytime you want. Why? Because we know we have something great. People come, but they don't go because they love what we have. Now, I'm going to show you the kinds of vacations that you're going to become accustomed to. Now, again, we have 360,000 weeks available right this very moment. There is no lack of inventory. If you want to go to Orlando, Florida, right outside of Las Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm in Las Vegas. If you want to go to Orlando, Florida, right outside of Disney, if you want to go to Disney World, we probably have roughly 78 different places you can go on any given week you want to go. I don't care what week of the year you want to go. There's probably 70 to 78 different places to choose from when you want to go to just Disney. Oh, no, I didn't mean Disney. I want to go to, I want to go to Myrtle Beach. Oh, no, I want to go to, Mexico. I want to go to Asia. I mean, the guys all over the world. You guys can see all the little dots here on the map. We have places all over the world. There's no lack of inventory. So, for example, let's say you want to go to the Canary Islands. Now, some of you may not be familiar with the Canary Islands, but they're just like the Hawaiian Islands. So the Hawaiian Islands are these rugged, volcanic islands. There's a lot of different islands, and they're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with the palm trees and the perfect weather. These are the rugged volcanic islands in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with the palm trees and the perfect weather. They're owned by Spain, and they're off the northern coast of Africa. But when you go to the Canary Islands, they're, absolutely drop dead gorgeous. My wife and I were there just 2 years ago, and you can go there for 7 nights, 8 days for $1 per night. That's right, a total of $7 to be in a 5-star resort for 8 days. This is one of the 2 vacations you're going to get every 12 to 14 months. Imagine going on a vacation like this. Every 6 to 7 months, you're going to some incredible, unbelievable dream destination all over the world every 6 to 7 months. Maybe you want to go to Cabo San Lucas. Here again, you're going to be here 8 days, and you have a 1-bedroom suite. What that means is you got this big living room with a separate bedroom, and you're going to be there 8 days for a total price of $140 some odd dollars. Maybe you want to go to Disney. You want to get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, full kitchen, living room, right outside of the Disney area. You're going to be there for 8 days for a total price of $140 something dollars. Guys, you have a room that sleeps 6 people for 8 days for $140 something dollars. Now, those are our getaways. Now, we also happen to have our world tours. Now, guys, this is the main signature thing that we do. We have 10 to 18 of these per month. Now, what's the difference between a getaway and a world tour? Well, the getaways are 8 days, and the world tours are typically 5 days. Some are 6, some are 7, but typically 5 days. The getaways, you can get the full kitchen, living room, but there's no food involved. The world tours, typically there's food involved. It might be an all-inclusive, or it might be the breakfast. But when I say breakfast, guys, I've been to some of the breakfasts. Where they got the champagne bar, they got the baristas, they got, chocolate being melted down the wall with all the pastries. Get the freshly melted chocolate poured on top of your French toaster pancakes. Oh, they got the chefs over there make up the omelets any way you want. every kind of fruit, every kind of juice, every kind of pastry. When you're done with breakfast, you ain't going to be eating lunch. Okay. We're talking about a breakfast that if you had to pay for it would cost you for two people about $90. So that kind of breakfast. And so typically food's involved at the world tours. Further, the world tours, there's 10 to 18 per month, and they're at preset dates at preset locations. So when you go on a world tour, like I was just in Prague, and when I went to Prague, unbelievable city, in the Czech Republic. I mean, never been there before. It was amazing. The place we stayed at was amazing. And we went for $1. So you would think that, wow, you're in Prague at this incredible resort for $1. But that wasn't the best part. The best part was is there were 300 people from our company that were there at the same time from 20 different countries. Now, I want to be clear. No one's going to know that you're part of our company unless you tell them. You can go there, do your own thing. I don't even know those people. There's no preset activities. But for a lot of you, you're going to see people walking around with that Travorium shirt. You're going to see people walking around with the Travorium hat. You're going to see people walking around with a Travorium backpack. You're going to see people like my buddy Adam walking around in his Travorium Speedo. Okay, so you're going to see the Travorium all over the place, even in places you don't want to see it. And so you're like, oh, you're part of Travorium. Where are you from? And you're going to meet people from Colombia, Argentina, Chile, Ecuador. You're going to meet people from Belgium, Spain, people from France, people from the United Kingdom, people from Morocco, people from Romania. You're going to meet people from Singapore and Thailand. You're going to meet people from the Philippines and Canada. You're going to meet people from all over the United States. You're going to meet people from the Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea. You're like, wait a minute. Papa, what? Where are you from? You're going to meet people from countries you didn't even know existed. And before it's all said and done, they're like-minded people, right? These are people that are just like you, right? I mean, they're optimistic, they're happy, they want to travel, they want to have fun, they want to see the world, they got great families, they're people of faith, they want to make money, they're reading books, they're trying to improve themselves. They're like-minded people. And when you meet people that are just like you for the first time, you could be having this conversation, and next thing you know, an hour's gone by and it feels like it's been 5 minutes. It's like, my gosh, you could be my BFF. Then you meet somebody else and like, I mean, these people are unbelievable. Of course they are. They're just like you. And the whole time you're meeting these people, you're taking pictures with them. You're getting social media information, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. And before you know it, you have friends all over the world. And when you're there, some of you will do like some excursions together. You'll eat breakfast together. You may go off with your own family for the day, but then in the evening, you see some of the people. Hey, what'd you guys do today? Hey, how was that? Was that good? Oh my gosh, it was great. You got to go. And you're there with this shared experience. And when you're done, you're going to call me up and say, okay, Todd, I thought it was about the place and the price. When you told me Prague at an amazing resort for $1, I thought it was about the place and the price. But it's not. It's not. It was an experience you cannot buy online. It was epic. I was there with all the other people. Oh my gosh, when's the next one? I cannot wait to go. And the great thing is, guys, you're going on these kinds of trips, most of you for free, FREE. And you're like, oh, I mean, and you're going to travel the world and meet all kinds of people. And it's the most incredible thing. But let me get into showing you some of the kinds of trips you're going to be going on. Whoa, hold on. What happened there? Click on share screen. All right, we're back. So let me show you the kinds of trips that you're going to be going on here. Round two here. There we go. So you want to go to Venice, Italy. My wife and I were here a couple of years ago. And when I went to Venice, we didn't go on the world tour. We actually booked it on the hotel site. We got a room 55% off. But what that means is when you land in Venice, it's the floating city. So, I mean, it should really be one of the wonders of the world. I mean, it's a floating city. Well, you don't take a normal cab. You get into a water taxi. Well, the water taxi is like $180 each direction. So I spent 300 and some odd dollars just on the water taxi alone. When you go to the world tour, water transportation included, breakfast included, the glass tour factory included. I mean, you're going to be there for everything for a total price of less money than I paid just in water taxi, right? But if you've never been to Venice, you got to put it on your list. Absolutely amazing, incredible experience. Last year, I was in Dubai. I'm here. You're going to be at a 5-star resort, 6 days, breakfast included, for less than $99. You want to go to Montego Bay, all the food, all the drinks, everything included, $612. You want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada, 5-star resort? You're going to be here for $4 per night. That's right, $4 per night. Your total bill is $19 to be at a 5-star in Las Vegas, Nevada. You want to go to the beaches of Hawaii, $100 a day. You want to go to New York, you're right there in the heart of Manhattan for $399. Now, guys, we have 3 levels of membership. We have our silver, we have our, just call it, we have our small, we have our medium, and we have the one that everyone actually buys. So the small, which is the silver, it's $52 per month. Now, what am I getting for $52 a month, which is $600 a year? Well, I'm getting to book it better than travel agent rates, which means I can book travel for 40, 50, 60, 70% off on hotels, rental cars, cruises, activities. So let me translate that. I got a buddy, Jeff Miner, rented a truck, saved $1,400 on his truck rental. I mean, one truck rental. And he saved 2.5 years worth of membership, or one truck rental. And I was able to pay for the biggest membership, which gave me 2 vacations, and it's completely free because I'm saving more money than I'm spending. I had a friend, Alicia Davis. She bought Beyonce tickets, saved $1,500. One set of tickets, and she saved 2.5 years worth of membership. Or she got the biggest membership for basically free, which gave her 2 vacations a year for free, virtually, because it was paid for with her savings just in the miscellaneous stuff. I had another buddy, Norm and Annette. They had friends that bought Dallas Cowboy tickets. They saved $1,800. That's 3 years worth of membership, or it more than paid for the biggest membership we have, which gets you 2 vacations per year. My wife and I were searching for real estate in the Las Vegas, Nevada area this past fall before we bought a home here. And so we were in the hotels, staying there, going out with the realtor every day. Well, we saved over $2,000. We were getting our hotel for half the price. I mean, our entire membership was completely free because you're going to save a lot more money than you're going to spend even for the biggest membership. That's the smallest membership, $52 a month. Now, if you want to get the medium membership, it's only $22 more per month, and it's going to give you 1 actual vacation per year. If you want to get the #1 membership we sell, that's our platinum, #1 by far, not even close. With that particular membership, you're getting 2 vacations, every 12 to 14 months. You're getting everything I talked about, the tier 1 pricing. It's only $269 one time to get started. 30 days later, it's $135 per month. So you're paying the $135 per month. That is until you go out and tell 3 other people. When you tell 3 other people about the membership and they get the same level of membership as you, you are now earning more in commission than you're spending for the membership, which means they take the membership straight out of your commissions. This isn't even coming off your credit card. You tell 3 people, you're not paying for this anymore. Your commissions are paying for it. And yet you got the 2 vacations a year, plus you're saving probably $1,500 to $2,000 a year, which means, wait a minute, if I'm not paying for the membership and I'm saving $1,500 to $2,000 a year on the membership, I'm $1,500 to $2,000 a year, money in my pocket. Plus I got 2 vacations. I'm going on a 4- and 5-star vacation every, 6 to 7 months. Oh, by the way, if I join the partnership, which is a one-time annual decision of $79, I get the replicated website, the back office, the marketing videos, the training, the turnkey, all that type of stuff. I get Travorium University. They're going to teach me how to get an MBA. So I go to Travorium University. I get an MBA. That's a massive bank account. Okay. And with that, I'm working a business with an intention for a profit, which means I get all of the tax write-offs. I can write off my house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, miles on my automobile. And guys, if you want an illustration of how powerful this can be, when you get in your car tonight, I want you to set your trip odometer to 0. Okay. When you get to 3 miles, which is going to happen in 3 minutes, I want you to grab 2 $1 bills. I want you to roll the window down, and I want you to throw the 2 $1 bills out the window. Now, most of you are thinking like, wait a minute, are you crazy? I'm not going to throw $2 out the window. You already are, unless you have a home-based business, because you can arrange your tax affairs, your tax situation in such a way to try to maximize the miles on your automobile so that you get the tax write-offs. Well, the average person is going to save roughly $400 to $500 per month in taxes. That means you're going to save $5,000 to $6,000 per year. Well, the membership only costs $135 a month. I'm saving $400 to $500 a month on something that costs me $135 a month. I mean, hello. I mean, if you could rent a house for $135 and re-rent it to your neighbor for $400 to $500, is it costing you $135 or is it making you $300 to $400 a month? I mean, you guys can get together with your own CPA and say, hey, is there any truth to this? Your own CPA is going to look at you and say, whose side are you on? You're saving 4 to 5 times as much in taxes as it even costs you for the membership, and you're going on 2 amazing vacations. So, guys, I'm trying to show you in a multitude of ways. You're going to get to travel more. You're going to get to travel for a lot less. And for most of you, you're going to learn how to travel for free. It's not going to come out of your pocket. Now, further, you can then begin to tap into our compensation program, showing other people how to do the same thing. And it all begins by telling, 3 people. You tell 3 people, guess what? You're earning more than you're spending. Well, let's assume that you bring on a 4th person. Okay, you got 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Now, the way our comp program works is you can only have 2 people front line. So let's assume for one moment, you went out and you recruited, let's just grab 2 people here. You went out and you recruited Alex. You got Alex on your left. You got Angela on your right. Well, then you bring in Beth Peterson. Hi, Beth. And you put Beth down below Alex. Well, then you bring in me and you put me down below Angela. Well, anyone else that you bring on board, you're just going to keep driving straight down, just building 2 legs. Okay. Well, you got 4 people, and let's assume that they go out and recruit a couple people each. That means you got 8 customers in your left leg and 8 customers in your right leg. Well, that means that you're now earning a minimum of $300 per month. Cannot be less. Minimum $300. For most of you, you're going to be in that $550 per month category. So it's $300 to $700 a month, with the average being about $550 a month. So I told 4 people, I got my membership, ain't costing me anything. It's coming out of my commissions. And my 4 people tell a couple people each, I'm now making, $400 to $700 a month. Well, from there, my 8 customers tell a couple people each. That gives me 25 customers in my left leg, 25 customers in my right leg. I'm now earning a minimum of $1,500 per month. Excuse me, I'm earning a minimum of $750 per month, with most people earning on average $1,500 to $2,000 per month. That's somewhere in that range. How did I get there? All I did was tell 4 people I got my membership, right? Coming out of my commissions, ain't coming off my credit card. They told a couple people. Next thing I know, I was making $400 to $700. Then they told a couple people. Now I'm making on average $1,500 to $2,000 per month. Well, those 25 on each side tell a couple people. Well, now I got 63 customers on each side. I'm now making minimum $2,100 a month. Cannot be less. And for most of you, it's going to be $3,000. For some of you, $4,000 per month. Well, those 63 people on each side tell 1 person each. Well, you got 125 on each side. You are now making minimum $3,000 per month, cannot be less. And for many of you, it's going to be $4,000 to $5,000 per month. Well, then you get that group of people to tell a half a person each, or you get half of them to tell a whole person each, right? Just a few more people. And you have 188 customers in each side. You are now an ambassador in our program, making $10,000 to $12,000 per month. And guys, just so you know, we've already had 3 ambassadors in the first 10 days of April. 3 new ones in April. We had some in January too. I'm getting the dates mixed up. We had some in February, and we had 3 brand new ones in the first 10 days of March. I keep saying April. I'm going to Kazakhstan in April. I got April on the brain. We've been planning the trip. So we had new ambassadors in February, but then in the first 10 days of March, we've already had 3 brand new ambassadors, 3 people that have done what I just described. One of them, who I mentioned earlier, Alex, him and his wife, he did it in 4 months. His wife's going to do it in 5 months. I mean, $20,000 per month in 5 months. Guys, this thing is happening. It is not theoretical. Now, again, some people never do it. I'm not trying to pretend that everyone's going to do it. I mean, some people don't follow through. Some people don't follow instructions. Some people don't. They'll join. They don't tell anybody. Not everyone's going to do that. But I believe, my personal belief, for those that are hungry, for those that, man, I know there's a better way. I mean, I love travel. I don't mind sharing the travel savings. We can document that people are saving a fortune. We can document that people can travel for virtually free, right? I mean, man, I can get excited about that. I don't mind sharing that. And I'm going to be that person who's consistently sharing it with some people. For those people, you're going to build a business that grows. You're going to build a business that can deliver a check to you every Friday, whether you work or not. And the thing that people are beginning to discover is that this idea of residual income that I'm referring to, at one point, it was a luxury. Today, it's becoming a necessity. Guys, the last two people that have picked me up, when my wife and I were leaving our home here in Las Vegas, we were Ubering to the airport. So the last two people to pick us up both had their PhD. The last guy, he speaks German and English. He has a PhD in literature, and he's driving Uber. The guy before that, him and his wife both have a PhD. He had his PhD in religious studies, and he was driving Uber. They have a PhD. They're a doctor. They have a doctorate degree, and they're driving Uber. 1/3 of the United States, 36% to be exact, is working some kind of a side hustle. Why? Because the old model of go to school, get good grades, get a degree, get a job, ain't nobody buying that anymore. That is not happening for most people. It's getting harder and harder for people to make a good living. We're showing people how you can go out there and build a massive customer base in the largest industry in the world, doing something new, something different, something that people have never heard of before. And guys, understand that for every McDonald's, there's always a Burger King and a Wendy's. For every Coca-Cola, there's a Pepsi and a 7-Up. For every Microsoft, there was an Apple. For every iPhone, there's an Android. For every Priceline, Booking.com, Expedia, there's a Travorium. We are bringing that new model to the travel space. And if we only capture 1/4 of 1% of a $15.5 trillion industry, that makes you bigger than Netflix. Netflix does about 35 billion. That would make us 38 billion. That would make you bigger than Netflix. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying that if you only capture 1/4 of 1%, guys, I showed you the side-by-side price examples. Here's the screenshots. We can document that we're saving people 40, 50, 60, 70% on travel. We can document, man, I'm handing out the free travel site. They're saving half as much as me. I'm earning free travel. Man, I told 3 people about the membership. I'm not even paying for the membership. My commissions are paying for the membership. Oh my gosh, now I'm getting all the tax benefits. My accountant just told me, April 15th is coming up. My accountant just told me I'm getting $6,000 back this year because of my home-based business. If I didn't have that, I'd be getting nothing back. I'm $6,000 ahead. I'm $5,000. This is happening everywhere. We can document that. And we only need 1/4 of 1% of the travel industry to say, man, I kind of like the sound of that. And you're bigger than Netflix. I'm not suggesting that's going to happen. What if we only get 1/100th of 1%? 1/100th. That's 0.0001. Who say, man, did you see those prices side by side screenshot? The company showing people how to save travel 30, 40, 50, 60, 70%. I like this model. I like this idea. I want to make some money. I'm tired of you doing the same old thing for somebody else. I'm making somebody else rich. I'm not getting ahead. I'm not living in the house I want to live in, driving the car I want to drive, doing the things I want to do. Someone else telling me what time to be there, whether I can go to lunch, not go to lunch, telling me whether I can have a vacation. Hey, man, my kid is getting an honor roll. Can I go? No. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, man, I want to go see my daughter play softball. Can I go? No. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm living my life on somebody else's terms, and I can barely pay my own damn bills. I ain't doing that anymore. You just find 1/100th of 1% who say, wow, I like that idea, and you're a $1.5 billion company. Guys, let me put that in terms. We currently have less than 100 ambassadors. But if you capture 1/100th of the company, that's 5,000 ambassadors. 1/100th of 1% of the travel business gives us 5,000 people making 10 to 12 grand a month. We currently have less than 100. If you get involved in this endeavor, it's the kind of thing where you can go out and build something and retire you, your kids, your grandkids for life. And guys, we're just getting started. We're at the beginning, not the end. Everything's in place. Over 8,000 customers joined the company last month alone. We're doubling size every 8 months. Offices on 3 continents. We can document everything about our business. The only thing we're missing is you. And when you become an ambassador, it's not just the 10 to 12 grand a month, by the way. You also get 2 more vacations completely free. These include airfare credit. Plus, you get the Louis Vuitton experience where the company takes you shopping at Louis Vuitton with on the company gift card. Those are experiences are out of this world. When you become a three-star ambassador, they hand out $9,000 watches. And guys, there's more that's coming. There's more announcements coming. There's more excitement coming. There's things that we're doing that have never been done in travel before. So get back with the person who invited you to be here tonight and just say, hey, man, tell me more about this. Hey, can I get on one of those live pricing Zooms where you do the live pricing demonstrations? Or you know what? Better yet, just send me your link. I'm in. I want to make some money. I want to do something different. I'm willing to take a chance because you know what? My absolute worst case scenario, if I join this company, your worst case scenario, you join the company, you go on a couple amazing vacations, you say, you know what? Not for me, and I quit. I had a couple amazing vacations and I quit. That's your worst case scenario. And for some of you, it's going to change your life. And guys, I appreciate you being here tonight. And thanks for being with us. We'll see you guys again tomorrow night. We're going to have Mr. Danny Seguinall. He's the #1 earner in Canada. He's a guy that worked at the hospital as like an orderly, living paycheck to paycheck, loved to travel, couldn't afford to do it. Found our program, said, man, if I can book it for half the price, I can start taking some trips. He was a customer for a year. It's just traveling and saving money. And then one day he was at an event. There was a couple thousand people there. He's like, man, I got my room for 55% off. Every one of these people in here paid twice as much as me. Maybe I should be telling people about this. And so he goes back to Canada, says, man, I'm going to start telling people. He did. His business blew up all over the world. Today, he's got a multiple six-figure residual income from his mobile phone. He can do what he wants, when he wants, with whom he wants, anytime he wants. Life is completely different for him today. And he's going to be here tomorrow night, explaining in his own unique way with all of that energy. If everyone's ever met Danny, man, he's got a lot of energy, but explaining how that can happen for you. It happened for him. It can happen for you, but he'll be here tomorrow night. I know that there's some live pricing demonstrations happening again tomorrow night. That'll be at 5 o'clock California time, 8 o'clock East Coast time. Danny will be here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock California time, 9 o'clock East Coast time. We have an amazing training that's lined up for Saturday. We've told you why you want to do the business, not how. We got Travorium University. We got the trainings every single Saturday. And so, guys, there's so many incredible things happening with our company. Again, get back to the person who invited you to be here, and God bless. Thanks for being with us, guys. Bye for now.